There's nothing I can't do with her right now that I don't do as a married couple. We live together.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's just a ridiculous ceremony bullshit you gotta go through in order to get it.
And then 9 out of 10 times, I don't know about anybody else, but I've been married. Once you get fucking married and that person's got your fucking last name, all of a sudden that person's a fucking psycho bitch and you don't know her. Then you give her a kid, then you might as well just fucking move on, because once she has your fucking name and your kid, she's got you by the fucking balls. And I don't care what anyone says, oh, I lived with them for 6 years before this.
It doesn't matter.
We've been together so long. Yeah, fucking get married. Trust me, I've been there, done that. The bitch goes psycho and she's fucking crazy.
Coming to you live on your chin. This is the Goin Deep Show.
I exited stage left there for a second, huh? Fighting for evil, good as dumb. This is the Goin Deep Show. I'm the kid sitting in the studio. Her beautiful face. It's Hollywood. What's up?
Hey.
And joining us from his phone, GDub.
Always a pleasure, my friends.
If you want to send us a message, studio@Goin Deep Show is the email to send to. And the phone number 989-331-0543. On tonight's episode of the program, we're going to talk about a judge. His name is Bill O'Neill. Do you know about this guy, G-Dub?
Oh, I don't think so.
Bill O'Neill. We're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about football for a split second. Hollywood's favorite game. Is that your favorite game? Is it because all the boys bending over and grabbing each other through their legs and shit? No. You don't like that part of it? No. But we did tease everyone last episode about the teachers effing their little boy children. This last one that I just read about, the cops bust in on this woman, and she's dressed in this scantily clad sexiness, waiting for the teenage. I think it was at her house. Actually, was it at her house or maybe in the kid's house? I can't remember. But it was. She was the her husband was the football coach, and it was a teenage boy, I believe, who was on the team. I think. Let me bring it up here.
Oh my.
Yeah, can you imagine this? How do you think this has anything to do with the internet and the whole stepmom craze and all the weird sex genres of porn? G-Dub.
Do you know how many laps I'd have to run if I fucked my football coach's wife?
Shit, seriously.
Fucking A right, dude. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, but how does... I guess what I'm wondering is, at what point in your mind, in the female's mind, does it become this arousal type thing? Is she craving the cock that much that if the guy's not giving it to her, that she looks to a damn school kid to get it?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, I don't know. These 18-year-old, these like 16, 17, 18-year-old boys, they really know their way around the puss that good?
I don't know,
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, you could get something so much better. I don't...
As long as they got the dick,
better
though.
Options.
What if they had the D? You know, you never know. Those guys,
when they go the locker room, and maybe she was intrigued.
You never know.
I'm just picturing, like football coach gets in your face, screaming at you for something, and you're just sitting there thinking, I fucked your wife.
Take that, motherfucker. I'm going to bring up the story here because I'm really going to read a little bit more about it. It comes to us from the New York Post. Cops bust wife of high school football coach waiting for sex romp. I love how they call it the sex romp. Have you ever had a sex romp?
What does she look like?
She's a brunette. She looks kind of cute, but these mugshots always like...
She looks like a psychopath.
Deer in the headlights looks.
What the fuck is she wearing?
A married teacher.
A cat shirt.
She's a married teacher in Oklahoma. Was arrested Wednesday after having a sexual relationship with... Oh shit! Come on, load up. An underage student. No shit. An underage student. Really? No fucking shit. Hunter Day is her name.
She's only 22.
She's only 22. So this kind of explains it. She's kind of a fucking moron. Because 22s are all morons.
I wouldn't be banging a high school boy if I was 22, though.
She was a science teacher, arrested by the Canadian County Sheriff's Department on complaints of second-degree rape. facilitating sexual contact with the minor in possession of child pornography. Okay, so the guy was sending her dick pics. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Of course, here's the thing, though. Can you gauge if you were to line up like 10 dick pics in okay, pick out the minor. I mean, chances are the kid is like 17, went through puberty, he's got a big old dong. As soon as you're through puberty, then you were not considered. I don't think that's considered child porn. I don't give a crap if you go by friggin' age, whatever. I don't give a shit. Okay, it says, on the day of the arrest, the sheriff's department said Day and the teen had planned to meet at her house. Deputies arrived at the residence and reportedly texted the teacher from the boy's phone saying he'd arrived. Day responded to the message saying, the doors unlocked as usual. When investigators entered the home, Day was sitting on the floor of her living room with candles lit and all the lights off. She also reportedly was wearing a Christmas cat t-shirt and workout shorts.
That just tells you she's crazy. She's wearing a fucking cat shirt. I mean, come on.
The teacher confessed to sending the boys illicit bra and panty pictures and said he'd also sent her pictures of his genitals. Of course, here's my dong. Ding dong, the witch is dead. I'm no longer surprised by the people who commit these crimes because predators come from all walks of life, Canadian County Sheriff Chris West told the outlet. The classic case of serious breach of public trust. Yeah, it's a horny old lady.
It doesn't say how old the kid is, though. It just refers to him as a teen. I'm wondering how old he was.
But the thing is, it's like, this is not the first fucking time all this shit's going on. They have the New York Post has an entire related video section, the perverse reasons female teachers are having sex with students. What it is, if you think about it, okay, these are girls who are they're in relationships, or they're married, or they're divorced, or whatever. But either way, what they're trying to do is they're trying to go back and relive their days when they were in high school. A lot of the times, for me, I didn't like high school. I didn't give a shit about high school. I don't care about high school. But some people, those were like their greatest days. You know what I mean? And they want that to happen. They want, I miss this and I miss that. They're the people who bring out the yearbooks every time they get together with their friends. You know what I mean? Right, Doug?
Yeah.
And those are like,
yeah.
A lot of the times, those people become teachers. Think about it.
Yeah.
They're like, I love school.
I want to live in school.
I'm going to be at school forever. So, yeah, I can see where it's kind of...
Yeah, but don't you think it's weird that there's 2 more people on here that are in their 20s, too? I mean, they got their stuff still together. Why are they going for the little boys? I would have thought it would have been these old women. I'm certainly not going to be going after high school boys.
No, because you like old men.
Yeah, I
know. You like old people.
Mine is the opposite.
GDub. I don't know if you saw the headlines from the last couple of shows, but I have a gray pubic hair. That means I'm really old now.
I wouldn't keep bringing that back up.
I want to remind you.
Make me leave.
I'm going to remind you that someday you'll be riding me and give me a heart attack.
You going to put a little Just for Men down there?
Dude, that's hilarious. Just for Men, pubic hair edition.
Can I just yank it out?
With your teeth, yes, absolutely. By all means, go down there and dive in. This next story, GDub, is the guy that I was hoping that you had a little bit of background. This guy's name is Bill O'Neill. I have deemed him the hero of the day. Okay? I'm not even kidding you. This guy, he's taken this whole harassment thing and he's like, fuck you people. I don't give a shit what you think. That's what he's done here. If my goddamn internet would fucking speed up, I would actually be able to read this to you. But here's the gist of it until the story comes up. Well, here it comes. Okay, I got it. Ohio Supreme Court Justice Bill O'Neill brags about sexual history with 50, quote-unquote, very attractive females. Okay? This guy is the shit. Now, I'm going to read this to you, and when I was reading it, I had to go back and double take on this thing, because I was like, what the fuck? The ball's on this guy. You gotta love it, okay? An Ohio Supreme Court justice who is running for governor as a Democrat is receiving criticism for a Facebook post that details his sexual history. Now, do you think that he's just putting this out there so if any other women come up, he's just like, well, I already know. So I put it out here on the internet. What the fuck? I think that's what he was really doing so that nobody can dig up anything. That's what I've always said about this podcast is like, come on, spill the beans. If anybody ever comes after you and says, what about the time you did this, this, and this? It's like, yep, I know I talked about it on the podcast. Big shit. Who gives a crap? So here's the rest of the details on this. Justice Bill O'Neill spoke up on behalf of all heterosexual males in response to sexual harassment allegations against Minnesota Senator Al Franken in a Facebook post filled with boasts about his own sexual past. The accusations against Franken comes as several women have come forward in recent months with allegations of sexual misconduct against numerous powerful men, including Harvey Weinstein, Louis C.K., Kevin Spacey, Alabama Senator candidate Roy Moore, the hillbilly of them all. Now that the dogs of war are called for, this is a quote from the guy, for the head of Senator Al Franken, I believe it is time to speak up on behalf of all heterosexual males as a candidate for governor. Let me save my opponent some research time. Yep, he says it. O'Neill wrote in a post which has since been deleted. In the last 50 years, I was sexually intimate with approximately 50 very attractive females. O'Neill said his experience included several gorgeous women. It ranged from a gorgeous personal secretary to Senator Bob Taft Sr., who was my... A secretary to Bob Taft Sr., who was my first true love, and we made passionate love in the hayloft of her family barn. And
oh my God.
And it ended with a drop-dead gorgeous redhead who was a senior advisor to Pete Lewis at Progressive Insurance in Cleveland. The gubernatorial candidate ended his post with a call to get back to discussing legalizing marijuana and opening the state hospital network to combat the opioid crisis. I'm so disappointed by this national feeding frenzy of sexual indiscretions decades ago, he wrote. Though the post is not visible now, O'Neill confirmed to Cleveland.com that he wrote it and later edited it to remove identifying information. This is fucking awesome. I love that he's ending off at the pass. It's just like, you know, here's my whole run sheet of all the women I banged from this person all the way to this person. And the reason that I thought of this story is because just prior to coming into this podcast, Hollywood and I had a sit-down conversation about my sexual past because GDub, the last couple shows, you used the term track record. We know your track record. So, like, the next day I get called out.
No,
what's up with your track record?
I was not interrogating at all. I just was curious. I was not being a bitch about it.
No, you were good. But when you called the other day after, because she was listening to the show, and she called and you called up about it.
I've said that before though too. So when he said that, I was like, oh yeah.
It's fine. My past is my past. I'm not going to deny it. I've slept with over 50 gorgeous women, ranging from blah, blah, blah to blah, blah, blah.
I want the guy to release a Google spreadsheet, like anal,
height, weight, everything she's done, what kind of panties she had on, everything, the whole nine.
I wanted the check boxes like anal, toss the salad, blowjob.
Cleveland steamage. Cleveland.com steamage. So I thought that was pretty good that the guy just had the balls to just like let it all hang out and be like, oh yeah, take this. I think
and now let's legalize some marijuana. That's great.
Yeah. The thing about
that tops it off even better.
If you think about it too, with people still voting for Trump the way they did, this guy, I respect the shit out of this guy coming out and just saying it like that. If you ask me, he's being completely honest and open. And here it is. There's a lot of people that would not do that. So I think that's pretty cool. Don't you think? What do you think, Smiley?
I'm laughing at the girly little hearts you got in the background up here.
Oh my God.
In the middle of your little devil logo.
She's terrible. But yeah, I like that.
I agree. I think it's good. I'd just as soon have you be an open book. And lay it all out there.
Yes, I know. I feel bad this week. She asked me if I installed my Snapchat account again, and I said no, don't worry about it. And then I did, and it was wrong. I just did because she'll give me some grief about it because this is how her and I used to communicate back in the day when it was not allowed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that you have these hesitations on me having that, but I don't give a shit. You could have the fucking account. I just use it for the goddamn show and stuff. So.
I'm not interested.
There's no more nonsense.
It's just annoying. The shit. I don't know. I get tired of people.
GDub, what do you think about social networks and stuff like that, and Facebook manipulating people and doing all that crap?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny when you think about it. You know, everybody just signs over all their personal data and information, and you know, here Facebook even conducted psychological experiments on people.
Yeah, the 2012. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I have that in my list of shit to talk about, which is really curious because weren't they in front of the Senate the other day talking about it was Twitter, Google, Facebook talking about the fake news thing. Yeah. And to me, we're sitting there pointing the fingers. It's like grandma and grandpa wondering why their kid got a ticket for speeding just because they don't know what the fuck's going. Like, how are you going to stop them from speeding? I don't know. It's just weird. It's like the car manufacturer. It's like going to GM or Chevy and saying, like, you need to put some, make sure that your car can't go over. It just seems weird to me that you can't leave a person to think for themselves. It's like, people need to, like, read something and go, like, this might not be true. Nobody ever does it.
Yeah, there's something deeper going on, man. The same parents that you grew up with that were telling you, be careful what you hear, don't believe everything you hear, especially when the internet came out, don't believe everything you see on the internet. And these same parents are, posting from rogueconservative.daily.ncc, total bullshit made up Russian farmed article. Like, something deeper is going on. It's the psychology of these people that they don't care if it's lies or something.
Mm-hmm. Well,
some of these people are bright people, that share this shit, and I just don't get it.
And some people are red-eye.
Yeah, complete morons.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing, too, and I don't mean to go back to that conversation earlier, but if just for that reason alone we could call that motherfucker up and get some stupid Donald Trump quote from him from time to time, I would just take that, really. I mean, But back to this Facebook thing. I don't like it. It manipulates everybody. Even Sean Parker, the guy who was the first president of Facebook, came out in the last week or two that said that it just completely manipulates all the most vulnerable parts of a human being there. I mean, if you go away from it for a long time, you think about it and be like, I wonder what's going on there. It's almost like a party that everyone else is there, and you have to decide to yourself, I don't want to go there. I've had my account deactivated for a while.
I've had mine off for a year and a half.
So
I don't even think about it.
And yeah, when I first did it, I thought to myself, okay, how's my life going to be different if I don't have it? And it seemed like I had more free time. It didn't occupy. I didn't go to my phone to look at the Facebook feed. I didn't go to the computer, look at the Facebook feed. I had like time. I was like, holy shit, I got some time to do some shit. It was weird. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the social networks and shit like that.
Hey, weren't you supposed to play a clip of Red Eye saying something disgusting?
Yeah, but I don't think I can play it because you won't be able to hear it. At the beginning of the show, no, I splice that in at the end. I'll cut that in. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking great.
I've only collected, I think, 60 or 70 clips so far.
That's enough through December.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, he could call in and leave a message, or I don't know. I don't mean to call him out. The guy's he's entertaining as all shit, but it can't be like a one and done thing. You know what I'm saying? Or not, or like all for it.
You have a whole page of notes about him.
Yeah, this is the one page.
Over here looking at it.
He is. What was on the list? Want me to read it to you?
Yeah, I'm laughing.
Here's the whole
calls
page.
Mine, which I know is me.
Okay. It starts off, it says, gung ho to no show. That's the first one. And the second one is the soundboard, which I'm making. I just got a new girlfriend. That means I'm a pussy. That's the second. That's the third. I'm just trying to respect my girl. Okay, that's cool and everything, but that's really your choice to respect her, whether or not you say it on the show or not. I mean, really.
Thanks for trying.
Well, not just that. That just means that when he comes in, he's thinking he's not going to respect her. That just doesn't make any fucking sense. You have the full choice to either be one way or the other. I'm just trying to respect her. I'm like, okay, that's cool. You can do that. Then she called. Yeah, he called. His girlfriend flakes out, so then he calls mine, and then be a fucking man. It says at the end. So, anyway, let's get on to the next topic of conversation. Drugs. This week, there was a story that I saw on a drug that I'd never heard of. It was on the CBS morning show. Where the fuck is this thing? It was... Where is it? Oh, yeah. It started with... Was it with a K? Kratom. Kratom. Have you heard of this shit?
No, that's weird. I thought I did all drugs on the planet.
It was like a powder drug, kind of a marijuana substitute kind of a thing. And this kid was doing it for years, and he ended up committing suicide. And the parents are kind of blaming the drug on it, but I'm like, nah, that might be a stretch. You know what I mean? I can understand when people commit suicide, no one knows the reasons or what the rationale, what was going on in the person's head. So they're kind of grasping at straws. But the doctors were coming to the defense about it on how it was a way to cure or people to wean people off of opioids and stuff. I think that's what it was. But
okay,
the conclusion I came to was people will put anything and everything into their bodies to make themselves feel differently than what they feel right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think? They will literally try anything. If you said, hey, I want to pick up that dog turd and scrape it into a pile and snort it and then hock it up into a booger and put it in I mean, just like, they'll fucking try anything. What's the craziest shit you've ever done? I know your sis was pretty... when she came to do the show the one time, she's like, I did this and this and this and this and this.
yeah, she ran the full gamut. What's the craziest thing I've done as far as drugs? I've done a lot of fucking drugs when I was younger. I'd say acid is on top of that list.
What was that like? What was it like to do acid?
This is Bonnaroo, early 2000s. I took that shit. I don't know what the fuck time it was, but it started kicking in around sunrise. And I'm just laying there on the fucking grass watching the sun just fucking spin and dance in the fucking horizon. And the fucking, the grass is growing and shortening. There's, I don't know, just colors everywhere and fucking, I don't know, man. The sky melts and fucking reforms. And, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That sounds pretty badass.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing to do at a show, but, you know, you're kind of playing Russian roulette with your fucking brain when you do it, so I'm not recommending it to anybody.
No.
But it was pretty fucking fun.
Didn't they? Isn't that what Steve Jobs did? They said when he was in India or some shit, and he came back and he was all, you know, Mr. Genius, smart man, making the iPads and shit. Was it acid that he said he was on? I think it was.
I would imagine. So that's kind of the go-to for all the enlightened people of the fucking 60s and 70s, right? They all fucking dropped acid, expanded their brains.
See, I've always said this on the show. I've always had a curiosity about it, being an artist and the stuff I would see. But I think that I wouldn't want to risk it. Like you said, it would probably fuck my head up too much, and I wouldn't want to do it. I know I don't know. It's just something. I have not done anything. I had a little weed, but that's about it.
Yeah. It was fucking funny at Bonnaroo. Well, a few years later than the first time I did the shit, this guy was going around selling this. It's called like DT8 or something, right? And we're like, "What the fuck's that?" And he's like, "Well, it's synthetic mescaline. Basically, it's what everybody here is calling mescaline, but this is the real shit." Starts explaining. I'm like, "No, I don't want that. I want some drug I never heard of." Marilee's my sis. Oh yeah, I'll take one. Like, all right, well, I'll take one, too, because I know she's going to take hers first. I can see what it does to her, you know? So she pops her shit instantly, like, right away, just washes it down. So I stuck mine in my pocket and watching her, like, we're walking down this path, and she looks at me now, she's like, "How are you walking through this?" I'm like, "Just one foot in the front and the other, sis." Basically, she was seeing wild rapids of mud, like, flowing at us.
What?
And she couldn't figure out how we were walking through it. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. I can't even imagine, like, seeing that. And that would be a little weird. Like,
yeah.
Do you remember the time Wally did the salvia?
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite things ever. Do you remember Wally did salvia. He did it on the show, and then I don't know if he called the listener line and it was describing him doing it. He did. He called listener line, and we recorded it. And I remember putting all this psychedelic music and shit behind him, like shit. It was awesome. I gotta go back and find that. Yeah, I've never had that type of a problem or type of a vision before. Couple years ago, I had one too many gummy bears, and I could not drive. I was just completely out of it for like 2 day stretch. And other than that,
wow, you had a gummy bear hangover?
No, dude, this wasn't a gummy bear hangover. This was, hey, somebody handed me a freaking handful of them, and I just went, oh. And I was like, fucked for 2 days. Yeah.
Were they like weed gummies or what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
From California. From California.
Yeah, those edible marijuana products, man, they make them pretty potent when they come from out west.
You think? Well, Bob brought a brownie or a cookie over the one time, and I got so messed up on that. But yeah.
Yeah, the food fucks you up worse, man. If you're not used to THC, it's better just take a couple of hits off a pipe than try and eat something. Unless you want to get completely fucked.
No, I don't.
Much better just take a toke off something, man, than trying to eat an edible.
What about you, Hollywood? What have you done in your life?
Nothing.
Drunk? You drunkard.
I'm not a drunk.
Oh my God.
Pretty tame.
Do you get high off my man musk?
No. Fuck no.
Off my gray pubes? She snorts my gray pubes.
Yes.
Did I tell you what we're doing? We're auctioning it off my gray pube.
Who the hell would want that?
Some sick bastard.
That's gross.
Everybody, if you want the kid's gray pube, get a hold of us. Studio at Goin Deep Show. That's how you do it. Something I'm doing in the next couple of weeks, now that I'm in editing mode, which I go through in the off season a little bit. Editing mode means I go back, find clips and find stuff. And so what I'm doing... Wait. Where did my train of thought just go? It totally went back to editing mode and editing red eye stuff.
You said what you're doing in the next few weeks.
Ah, fuck. I totally lost my brain there.
Oh, okay.
Too much coffee. It's fucking...
You know, it's funny you talk about all that time you saved with Facebook. How many hours did you find just like sorting through trying to find like red-eyed disparaging females?
Well, no. What's funny about that is there's the podcast app. So what I did is I searched his name first. It brings back all of the shows. So then I can just like click on go. I download them, and then the app and the phone, I can listen to the show at double speed.
Oh, okay.
So then I'll just I'll pop the headphones in, and I'll go do some shit around the house, and I'm listening. And then when I have like a notepad, and when I hear something, it'll say show 1167, 14 minutes in. Then he said, okay. I'll keep listen, and then I'll listen until he says something else. It'll be show 1468 and or whatever, and then so it's not it doesn't take as long as you would think. It's because I'm listening to it at double. I'm listening to it double speed. I'm not going to sit there and go and waste my time listening to 100 hours worth of shit.
I thought that's what you were doing too, and I'm like, you need to get a life.
No. There's way more convenient ways to fuck with people. I'm not that bad. I never give J-Mac or GDub or Wally or any of those guys any grief. You know why? Because they're smart, and if they wanted to not be on the show, they just decide to take a break, and they don't like say, I'm not going to be on for a while.
They don't hold a press conference.
No, they don't go. They don't. Yeah, exactly. if they want to take a break or they don't want to be on for a while, they just don't be on for a while. Okay, it's not that big of a fucking deal.
Like
and none of us would be dumb enough to say my girlfriend or wife told me I can't.
Right. Oh, God, no. I mean, come on. If there's one thing you learn, is never tell me that shit.
Yeah, he should know you better than that by now.
It's just I need I need like a focus. Like the other focus is Don Tang and his fucking lame political crap that he's doing. No, fucking schmuck.
His political quote unquote career.
Yeah.
How much do you make being Bay City Commissioner? Like $12,000 a year?
No, I don't even think it's that.
It's not that much.
It's not that much.
It's like $1,000 a year.
It's not that much.
It's not much at all.
Is it like a weekend gig? Like
I think it's a Monday night meeting gig. That's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We've reached the end of this one, GDub. We're down to our last few. Let's give final words. What do you think about Bill O'Neill, hero of the day?
He is my fucking new hero, man.
Fuck yeah.
God bless him.
Hollywood, any final words for you?
I have to give props to that guy. I mean, be open.
He coming out? Yeah, what the hell? Let it out, man. I think we should encourage Red Eye to also come out. If you are into guys, just fucking come out. Okay? We already know you want to dress like a girl, and you've got way too inappropriately close to me at times. Okay? That's true. I'm not even making that part up.
Hashtag me too.
Hashtag me too. That's a story for another time. We'll maybe start that one off next time. But for GDub, for Hollywood, the rest of the Goin Deep Show crew, I'm the kid. Hit us up, 989-331-0543. Chill. To the next one.